Hi book nerds, welcome back to Book Club. And today we're going to be discussing Kiki's delivery service. It is such a fun, cute little book. And down here it says it's by Ekio Kadono. I don't know how to say Japanese names very well and I feel bad about that. But look how cute this cover is. It's so adorable. And yes, this is in fact the actual book of Kiki's Delivery Service. And yes, I have seen the Studio Ghibli movie before, even before I read the book. This is a children's book. It's a really fun, easy read. I literally read this within like a few hours. I'd have to check my Bookly, but it didn't take me that long to read this book all the way through. I think I read it during one shift at my job, but it's so cute. And we have a back of the book blurb, my favorite thing when books have it, which means that we could just go right into the summary. Ooh, soar into the modern classic that inspired Miyazaki's animated film. It has his first name in there, but I don't know how to say his first name. Half-witch Kiki never runs from a challenge, so when her 13th birthday arrives, she's eager to follow a witch's tradition, find a new town to call home for 1 year. Brimming with confidence, Kiki flies off to the seaside village of Koriko, expecting that her powers will easily bring happiness to the townspeople. But gaining the trust of the locals and finding success is trickier than she expected. With her faithful, wisecracking black cat Gigi by her side, Kiki faces new challenges and forges new friendships, ultimately realizing that magic can be found even in the most ordinary places. Blending fantasy with charm of everyday life, this new translation of Ekio Kadono's beloved classic will bewitch the hearts of new readers and dedicated fans alike. A gentle story of magic-tinged independence from the Wall Street Journal. Has their little thing right down there. And this book is so cute. It's so adorable. Our main character is Kiki and Gigi, of course. One of the other side characters is Osano, which normally I would just kind of do like a little cut or transition into the characters, but really the two main characters, Kiki, Gigi, and the main side character, Osana. I think it's Osana. She is the baker's wife. She is the first person to meet not the first person to meet Kiki in the town, but the first person to actually reach out and show her some kindness. So, with that being said, let's dive into the plot, well, the book plot that is Kiki's Delivery Service. Such a fun, cute book. I love this book so much. So the plot of the book, this wonderful, cute, super sweet little kids book, is very different from the movie. I'm just gonna say that right now. Like, if you have seen the movie, this is nothing like the movie. This is very, like, I don't know how else to explain it. It's very kid-like, and it makes sense. It's a children's book. It's a children's magical, fantastical book, and while Studio Ghibli, it does have that magical, fantastical element, it's two different, like, storylines, in a sense. And it's so funny reading this because I think I would have actually preferred, like, a TV show, or, like, I think this would be a really cute TV show, or a really cute children's movie if they actually followed, like, the premise of the book. Like, because I could see it in that super comforting, soft, Studio Ghibli style if they actually followed along of each chapter and what she does in each one, or if they tried to make, like, a show and expand it on the book in the world itself. And I'm getting distracted, so let's get into this. So the book starts off with Kiki being, a super energetic, excited 13-year-old girl who is very excited to, like, leave on her own and be gone for about a year. And she's getting all ready, and she's got a broom ready. She just wants to kind of leave as early as she can. And her mother is very happy that she wants to be a witch, because if she doesn't do this tradition, then she won't be a proper witch. But if she does, then she will be a proper witch. But we kind of get some lore of how magic is slowly, like, dissipating throughout the world. How Kiki's mother only knows 2 things, which is flying and potion making, specifically for sneezing. Like, she only knows how to make sneezing potions in the book, and the only thing that she taught Kiki was how to fly. And she was like, man, I wish I taught her how to make potions while flying and all that stuff. And Kiki's actually a really good flyer. Like, she loves flying. It's the one thing that she practices all the time. She enjoys it so much. And we kind of get this lore that that witches are slowly kind of dissipating throughout the world, that the spells and magics that they used to know is slowly leaving, and that most witches may know maybe 1 or 2 things only, but yeah. We kind of get that bit of lore piece right there. But Kiki's super excited to leave. She's so excited, and she's actually, and Gigi is very cute, very adorable, and he's still so sassy and hilarious, like how he is in the movie. He's great, and we kind of get some lore on Gigi as well. Basically, when Kiki was a baby, they adopted, like, Gigi as well to be, like, her companion, her familiar, and she understands him, he understands her, no one else can. He's just meowing at her from other people's perspective. It's adorable. And basically how it goes is that they will grow up together, and Kiki and Gigi will only, like, kind of lose that communication when they are, like, adults and living their different lives, which I think makes sense to a degree. But anyway, so she wants to leave, and she does end up leaving. She ends up taking her dad's red radio. She gets Gigi, and she kind of complains about wearing, like, a black dress, and she wants to wear something more colorful or pretty, and her mother is telling her how it's the tradition of the witches having strong, sturdy brooms and learning magic, and how black is, like, a symbolic color, and how maybe, like, Kiki should try and find, like, a small town that doesn't have a witch in it, because that's part of the tradition, is that she flies off and goes live in a different town for about a year in a town that doesn't have a witch, so that way she can stay there and be the town's witch and help them in any way she can, because that's the purpose of a witch, is they go out and they help as many people as possible. And her mother wants her to find a small town, but Kiki's like, no, I want to go be by the ocean, so I'm gonna find myself an ocean town. So, sorry, I'm laughing because, like, it's just such a fun, cute book, and I'm just remembering all this, and, like, oh, as you guys might have noticed, I do not have any tabs on this, and I didn't have any tabs on the book last week, and that's because I got sick and tired of them, and I didn't want to stop reading to just keep putting the tabs in, but, you know, it's so cute. And I think what I really like about this is that they have little, I'm getting distracted. I'll talk about what I think is super cute in here. It's like, I gotta finish the plot. My goodness, I am getting so distracted with this, guys. The morning shift is not an easy shift for me, and I'm still so tired. So, she ends up flying out, and as she ends up flying out, she runs into another young witch, So, from the movie, we meet this witch, and she's kind of like the potion matchmaker. She's, like, very haughty and high up kind of thing. You know, an experienced witch who goes to her own city. And in the movie, it's kind of seen like she's already experienced. She's already doing what she does kind of thing. But in the book, she's just like another 13-year-old girl. But instead of flying smoothly, she's really janky on her broom as she's flying. And Kiki comes by, she's very smooth on her broom, she's very in control. So in the book, we see that Kiki's actually a really strong flyer, and whereas in the movie, she's not. So anyway, she talks to this young witch for a little bit, and the young witch explains that she is like a matchmaker in a sense, and that she's actually on her way to a client where she wants her to, like, read, like, the tarot cards to a cow kind of thing. And she explains to Kiki that even though she's nervous, she'll be fine, and that any job that comes her way, she should take it. Which kind of leads Kiki to do all sorts of shenanigans when she does reach her seaside town. So she does end up getting to her seaside town, which is Koriko, and she flies down, and she kind of has a realization that people don't know that witches actually exist. They think they're just fairy tales. They don't understand, like, what do you mean that magic exists and witches exist? Like, we haven't had and like some of the older elders go about saying like, oh, we haven't had a witch in this town in decades. Like, you know, there hasn't been a witch in a while, so people started forgetting about him, forgetting about the magic. And she's kind of wandering around the town. She goes by the beach. She sees the clock tower. And as she's walking through, trying to find a place to stay the night, she kind of walks past this bakery and enjoys the view. And the baker's wife runs out, yelling at a woman down the street that she forgot her pacifier for her baby. And Kiki offers to deliver the pacifier back to the woman so that way the baby can have it in case it starts crying. So the baker's wife, Osana. Let me look at my notes. Asana? I don't know how to say Japanese names. And I don't even remember how the name was said in the movie. I think it's Osona. Anyway, the baker's wife. The baker. She gives Kiki a piece of paper, tells her to have like the lady sign on it to make sure that she did get it and to return it back to her. So Kiki delivers the pacifier, the lady signs the piece of paper, the receipt, and she flies back to the baker's wife, hands it over, and they enjoy a nice meal together, a cup of tea, and Kiki explains who she is, where she came from, and what she does. So, Osona, I'm gonna say Osona from now on. I don't remember how I originally said it in the beginning of the video, and I don't remember how it's actually supposed to be said, so I'm just gonna say Osona. I'm sorry guys, I'm so tired right now. Asona gives Kiki a place to stay in the flour mill, and she's like, you could do your business through here, or you can give yourself a few days, like, not do your business here. She offers her to stay here for a few days to figure things out, and it's not until the end of the chapter does Kiki realize that she could do a delivery service via flying, just like small little things, stuff that can't go through the postal service, or that can't be delivered, or needs to be hand delivered. And Osona's like, well, you could do it here. I don't mind the company, and you could also do delivery stuff for me. And overall, for the rest of the book, because that's like the first 2 to 3 chapters, for the rest of the book, Kiki delivers just a bunch of shenanigans, is how I'm gonna explain it. And part of those shenanigans is, I think we actually have like, not a table of contents, which I don't see in books anymore, probably because they're only for like children's books. Nope, looks like we don't. Yeah, so basically each chapter Kiki delivers something. Like, she delivers paintings, instruments, belly warmers. She's delivered the new year, she's delivered spring. And we do get like a bit of like maybe a filler chapter here and there. Like, she goes to deliver a poem that a girl wrote for a boy. She loses the poem because she was trying to read it because she felt like the girl was so mature and knew what was going on, and she knew about like all this stuff, so that's why she opened the poem and read it. And then she lost the poem, rewrote it down on a leaf, and handed it to the boy. And there was another chapter where she has to deliver toys to this woman's nephew, but she loses the toy, and she has to have Gigi take its place until she gets the toy fixed. So then she swaps out the toy with Gigi later on. And there was another one. The beach chapter. Kiki goes to the beach in the middle of summer, and while she's there, she's just kind of enjoying it. She doesn't really know what to do at the beach, whether to like just watch the waves, sit in the sand, play in the water. So she just kind of hangs out by the water, and she does end up getting her swimsuit, splashing in the water a little bit. But then a little boy starts drowning in the water and starts getting taken out by the current, and a storm is coming in. So Kiki runs off, grabs her broom, and tries to fly out to save the boy and to take him back to his parents, to deliver him back to his parents. And she realizes someone swapped out her broom with someone else's broom. And so she's trying to use this broom that she's never used before. She's starting to like really jankily fly on it, jumping up and down, but she ends up saving the boy, returning him back to his parents, and now she has to find out who actually has her real broom. And this is where we meet another character. Oh my goodness, I can't remember what his name is right now. What is it? I can't remember what it is. Can I find the name? Why can't I remember his name? I don't remember his name. It's the boy from the movie. The one who's like part of like the air flying club or something, the aviation club. And that's why he actually steals Kiki's broom and replaces it with a different broom, is that because he's part of the aviation club, he wants to test it out and find out how it actually works and how it flies. To which Kiki has to explain to him after he tries to jump off it and like falls down and kind of breaks it a little bit. She has to explain to him like, hey, it's not an aircraft. The reason why I can fly is because of the magic in my blood. It's witch's blood that causes me to fly. And you just broke my transportation. And so he apologizes, they kind of end up talking, and they do end up becoming friends. Kiki doesn't have this weird, like, dislikeful relationship with him. It's just very much she's angry with him because he did steal and swap the broom. But she ends up finding a new broom, and she ends up using that as well. And the whole book is just full of shenanigans and silliness, and it's really cute and fun and lighthearted. I really enjoyed it. And at the end of the book is the end of the year has come, and she tells Osana that she is going to head home for maybe about 10 days to go visit her family and her parents, as it is the witch's tradition, but she will return. And she ends up leaving. She ends up bringing back some gifts for her family and some neighbors, and she's enjoying her time there. But after maybe about 3 to 4 days, she starts missing her beach town, and she starts talking to her wow, the sun came out fast. Look at that. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it got light really fast. That was like in 2 seconds. Sorry. So she ends up giving the gifts to her family. She ends up missing her beachside town, and she talks to her mom about it. She asks her mom, hey, is this a normal thing to just want to go back to like the town and to just want to stay there and to continue doing her business? And her mom tells her that it is normal. That's how she felt when she got to this town and she wanted to stay here. And she's like, when you're a witch and you found your town that you want to stay, your heart knows that you are meant to stay there. And so at the end of the book, she does end up going back, and it's just so sweet and it's so cute. And I know I keep saying that, but it's a super cute, easy read. And it's just adorable. I'm gonna just jump right into my personal thoughts. It's super cute. It's such an easy read. Again, I read this within like a few hours, one work shift at my job. My favorite character is Gigi. Look at that. Look at him. Look at him. He's so cute. It just makes me want to have a cat. And there are illustrations in the book itself, which is what I was trying to explain earlier, but I got too distracted. Like, look at that. You have like her, like just little zooming off on her broom, and you have a picture in the beginning of like her town. Like, and for the most of these chapters, there is like little, oh, look at that. It's a little zooming off again, little zooming off Kiki. And there's like spaces in between the chapters. Look at that. It has little cartoons and pictures in it, and I think it's so cute. And I genuinely don't know if this is part of the reason. Like, this is either like what inspired Studio Ghibli, or they just took Studio Ghibli's art and kind of did it their own way. Like, I don't know what came first, whether the art book and this book. Also, there's just little black cats in between each paragraph. I don't remember what the actual name is called when you do that with designs in books, but it's just so cute. But if you can let me know. Here's the beach episode one with the boy that she's saving. It's so cute. It's so adorable. I love that there's little pictures in here. It's not like every page, because obviously I have to flip through. Oh, here's one where she's just drying laundry. I didn't even mention that, but it's like a lot of these chapters are just silly shenanigans, and it's so cute and adorable, but also it is nothing like the movie. Because in the movie, she loses her ability to fly, she loses her ability to talk to Gigi, and Kiki is going through this like self-doubt type of journey where she comes back stronger and has more confidence in herself, and that's not what happens in the book at all. The book is literally just her like trying to find her independence and trying to figure out things on her own. And that's it. Like, she doesn't lose her ability to fly. That's what she's good at, and that's why she decided to be a delivery service. She doesn't lose her ability to talk to Gigi. Her and Gigi are still tight like this. They still talk to each other. I mean, at the end of the book, she just seems more mature. She seems more responsible, which is probably why the witches of this society, of this world, has this tradition to have them mature a little bit more, because as they grow up, their powers will most likely grow stronger. And again, I would love to see just a TV show or a movie like that's, I don't know. I know I've heard a lot of people say that books should not be turned into movies. They should not be turned into TV shows. That they should just be left alone and just stay books. But I would love to see like a cute little animated series about Kiki delivering the belly warmers, because I know I kind of touched up on that with her. Like, she delivers something in every chapter, but she does it in such a fun and silly way. Like in the belly warmer chapter, this old woman wants her to deliver a belly warmer to this boat that's always sputtering and coughing and blowing out like really black smoke, and she gets to the boat, and the whole thing is to put the belly warmer on the boat itself, where she meets like the captain and the crew, and they all are really big and round, and they explain to her like, oh, we're not actually this big, this is just belly warmer on belly warmer on belly warmer. And it's just fun, silly shenanigans. They take the belly warmers off, they put it over cases of wine to make sure that they don't break or anything like that. And then they do end up putting the belly warmer on the boat itself, and it stops coughing and sputtering. Like, it's just so cute. It's so silly. It's very shenanigan-y. And I would 110% recommend anyone to read, like anyone at all. It's a kid's book, so it's really easy to read. It's super fun. Read this with your kids, read this to your kids, enjoy the story as well, and then go watch the movie, because even though the book is not like the movie and the movie's not like the book, it's just so much fun. Both the book and the movie are fun and have great messages in them. And 5 out of 5 would definitely recommend. Are we surprised? No. After how much like praise I've been giving, like I don't really have a negative thing to say. It's like I almost dropped this book. Like, I really don't have anything negative to say about this book. I really don't. It's so cute. It's adorable. I would read this again in a heartbeat if I need a little quick pick-me-up, like, and I need something easy to read and not Shakespeare. But yes, I've really enjoyed this book, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. Like, subscribe, click the bell icon, all that stuff if you are interested in my reviews. I know I probably sound crazy half the time in them, but hey, that's part of the fun, isn't it? Just to kind of rant and rave about the books that I'm reading and what I love about them and what I don't. So this week was Kiki's delivery service. Next week, my next video is going to be The Fellowship of the Ring, the first book of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I don't know if I'm excited to read it. It'll be fine though. It'll be fine. It'll be fun, or at the very least, it's going to be an adventure. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching Book Club, and I hope to see you all next week, and I'll see you in the next chapter. Bye, guys! Oh my god.